Seriously, where have all the good jobs gone? A lot of people are asking me, Adrian, this is terrible. The way we are looking at it, or what's actually going on in the job market today? Are we gaining jobs or are we losing jobs? I really don't know. Okay, because even though the companies that are retrenching staff are also hiring staff, and that sounds counterintuitive if you ask me, but when you have a situation where the economy is changing so fast, consumer behavior is changing so fast, what happens is that the companies have to adjust quickly as well. And the way they adjust quickly is hiring new talent. And unfortunately, for those talents who are not really relevant to the company anymore, they might have to let them go. So if you ask me, where have all the good jobs gone? The big question I want to ask you is, what are good jobs? Okay. A lot of the old jobs, which are very common in the market, are being replaced by AI, by outsourcing, by robotic process automation, RPA. Okay. So those jobs are going to disappear if they have not disappeared already. So the question you need to ask yourself is, how can I move out of those lower value add jobs and vertical scale into a higher value add type of role? Okay. Now, I also have some piece of bad news here for everybody who might be asking what's going on. We don't see much of this in the press because honestly, not many journalists have the guts to say it. But because today is frank and unfiltered, I'm gonna tell it to you. A lot of the jobs are leaving Singapore because a lot of the multinational companies, they're just finding Singapore too darn expensive. What do I mean? You look at the rentals, the expats are crying out because one of the condos I know, okay, one simple 600, 700 square foot condo, not even in the city center, okay, in the suburbs, it's costing close to $8,000 to rent now. And that's crazy because companies are not willing to pay their expats that kind of money. So the expats are saying, hey, I'm going to back up and I'm gonna go somewhere cheaper. Okay. Office rentals are going up as well. So companies are saying, I don't need that big office space. And moreover, Singaporean talents are getting expensive too. Can I get someone cheaper elsewhere? So when that happens, we get a lot of questions where companies are asking, do I even want to be in Singapore anymore? Because the regional talents are all over the place. So we are seeing companies move their regional head offices out of Singapore into where? Well, KL is one of them. KL and Bangkok, these are the two areas where a lot of hiring is going on. I just spoke to a friend of mine who is a very senior headhunter, and he said, I want to move to KL because a lot of jobs are moving there. And these are not small, low paying jobs. These are very high paying jobs. And the companies don't mind paying higher salaries to individuals in KL because the running costs are still low and comparable to Singapore prices, Singapore salaries. So one thing I want to advise is, especially for the younger individuals watching our show, if you are in a space where if you're feeling threatened, or maybe if you just want to expand, consider exploring gigs or stints, or just maybe 1 or 2 years into Bangkok, into KL, or other places. Okay, your overseas posting does not necessarily need to mean that it has to be a nice, luxurious overseas stint in London or in Melbourne or Sydney or wherever it is. Okay, postings to those places do build character, so I would actually recommend give it a shot. And that's where a lot of the good jobs have gone. So what do? Follow where the demand is. Okay, it's law of supply and demand. So where have all the good jobs gone? They've disappeared. They've moved out, or some no longer exist even. So the big question I have for you is, what then do you do?